Listen to me closely. There is a battle happening around you, even when everything looks calm. A battle you cannot see with your eyes, but you can feel in your spirit. A battle that shows up as pressure, as heaviness, as confusion, as frustration, as anxiety with no clear cause, as fear that arrives out of nowhere. A battle that drains your strength, even when your body is rested. A battle that attacks your mind. More than your circumstances, this battle is real. This battle is spiritual, and you were never meant to fight it alone. Let me speak to the part of you that has been tired for too long. The tired that sleep doesn't fix. The tired that food doesn't fix. The tired that vacations don't fix. That kind of tired is not physical. The spiritual. Something has been fighting you. Something has been trying to block you. Something has been trying to silence you. Something has been trying to make you forget who you are. But you are not weak. You are not helpless. You are not losing your mind. You are not falling apart. You are under spiritual attack. And this attack is happening because you carry something valuable. Your purpose threatens darkness. Your growth threatens darkness. Your prayers threaten darkness. Your obedience threatens darkness. You are being fought because you are becoming powerful. Spiritual warfare intensifies when you are getting closer to what God promised. Your confusion is not random. Your discouragement is not random. Your emotional battles are not random. Your sudden fear is not random. Your self-doubt is not random. These are indicators. Indicators that the enemy sees something rising in you that you have not yet recognized in yourself. Listen, the enemy does not attack the comfortable. The enemy attacks the called. The enemy does not attack the empty. The enemy attacks the equipped. The enemy does not attack the purposeless. The enemy attacks the anointed. You are not being attacked because you are weak. You are being attacked because you are chosen. Your spirit is a threat. Your calling is a threat. Your healing is a threat. Your obedience is a threat. Your faith is a threat. Darkness fights what it fears. So now I want you to stop taking these battles personally and start seeing them spiritually. This is not about your job. This is not about your relationships. This is not about your finances. This is not about your confidence. This is not about your mistakes. This is about your soul. This is about your destiny. This is about your future. This is about your spiritual identity. Let me say it clearly. You are being targeted because you are stepping into who God created you to be. That shift has awakened resistance. But resistance is not defeat. Resistance is proof. Proof that you are moving in the right direction. Proof that something is breaking in the spirit. Proof that your prayers are working. Proof that your growth is shaking the enemy. You feel the shaking. You think it means you're failing. It means you're advancing. Spiritual warfare doesn't show up when nothing is happening. Spiritual warfare shows up when heaven is building something around you. Let's talk about the invisible battles. The battle in your mind. The battle in your thoughts. The battle against clarity. The battle against peace. The battle against joy. The battle against focus. The battle against confidence. The battle against hope. These are not random storms. These are targeted attacks. Attacks designed to wear you out before you reach what God is leading you to. Attacks designed to make you walk away before the breakthrough arrives. Attacks designed to weaken your faith before the blessing manifests. But hear me, you are not losing. You are being strengthened. The attack is the training. The pressure is the preparation. The warfare is the sharpening. And every battle you face is shaping you into someone more powerful than before. You think you're breaking. You're being built. You think you're falling apart. You're being rearranged. You think you're under attack. You're under construction. Let me speak directly now. Your spirit is waking up. Your discernment is getting stronger. Your awareness is getting sharper. Your sensitivity to the unseen is increasing. This is why the attacks feel intense. You are starting to notice what you ignored before, and the moment you recognize the battle, you can win it. The enemy's weapon is deception. God's weapon is truth. The enemy whispers lies. God speaks life. The enemy pushes fear. God strengthens courage. The enemy creates confusion. God gives wisdom. The enemy drains your hope. God renews your spirit. Every invisible battle you're fighting is trying to pull you away from your purpose. But every battle God allows is designed to push you deeper into Him. Let me show you the pattern. When you're close to a breakthrough, you feel heavy. When you're close to clarity, your mind feels foggy. When you're close to peace, chaos increases around you. When you're close to elevation, distractions multiply. When you're close to growth, old habits try to return. When you're close to freedom, your emotions feel unstable. When you're close to transformation, your old identity tries to pull you back. These reactions are not weaknesses. They are symptoms of spiritual transition. You are crossing from one level to the next, and every new level has new resistance. But that resistance is not there to defeat you. It is there to reveal your authority. The authority you forgot you carried. The authority God has been teaching you. The authority the enemy hopes you never recognize. Let me speak to the heaviness you've been feeling lately. That heaviness is not yours. It is spiritual weight. Weight from worry. Weight from fear. Weight from stress. Weight from attacks you didn't know how to name. But now you see it. And what you can name, you can fight. You are not hopeless. You are not powerless. You are not outnumbered. You are not losing ground. The enemy wants you to feel overwhelmed. So you forget who walks with you. God is with you. God is strengthening you. God is surrounding you. God is protecting you. God is fighting for you. The battle may be invisible, but your victory will be visible. Listen closely. You do not win spiritual battles by emotion. You win them by truth. You do not win spiritual battles by trying harder. You win them by surrendering deeper. You do not win spiritual battles by fear. You win them by faith. You win them by choosing God's voice over the enemy's lies. You win them by choosing prayer over panic. You win them by choosing peace over pressure. You win them by choosing God's strength over your exhaustion. Let me take you deeper. The enemy cannot destroy you, so he tries to discourage you. He cannot stop God's plan, so he tries to stop your belief. He cannot shut the doors God opens, so he tries to make you walk away from them. He cannot block your purpose, so he tries to attack your identity. He cannot remove your calling, so he tries to convince you that you're unworthy of it. His entire strategy is psychological, emotional, spiritual. He fights you in the mind before he fights you anywhere else, because the mind is the battlefield that shapes every other battlefield. If he can weaken your mind, he can break your hope. If he can break your hope, he can weaken your faith. If he can weaken your faith, he can slow your progress. But he cannot stop what God has ordained. You are not under attack because you are weak. You are under attack because you are strong. You are under attack because you are rising. Darkness reacts to your elevation. The closer you grow to God, the louder the enemy becomes. Have you noticed that? When you prayed more, you felt more resistance. When you tried to heal, old wounds reopened. When you tried to focus, distraction increased. When you tried to stay peaceful, chaos surrounded you. When you tried to move forward, fear attacked you. This is not coincidence. This is warfare. But you are equipped for it. You were built for it. You were chosen for it. Let me remind you of something powerful. God does not send warriors where there is no battle. If you're in a battle, you have warrior in your spirit. And not just any warrior. A warrior that heaven backs. A warrior that darkness fears. A warrior that wins even when tired. A warrior that rises even when shaken. You are that warrior. You've survived battles that should have destroyed you. You've walked through seasons that broke others. You've carried burdens that were too heavy for your strength alone. And yet here you are, still breathing, still hoping, still fighting, still seeking God, still rising. Do you know what that means? You are undefeated. Not because life was easy, but because God was faithful. Now let's talk about how to overcome the invisible battles. The first step is awareness. You must recognize when you are under spiritual attack. When your mind feels overwhelmed. When your emotions feel heavy. When your peace feels fragile. When your confidence suddenly drops. When your patience collapses without reason. When old fears appear from nowhere. When small problems feel massive. When you feel confused without explanation. When you feel alone even though God is near. These are signals. Signals that the enemy is trying to cloud your vision before you step into your next level. But you are not blind. You are not defenseless. You are not weak. You are spiritually awake. And that is your advantage. Because once you recognize the attack, you can reject the attack, reject the lies, reject the fear, reject the confusion, reject the heaviness, reject the discouragement. You do not have to accept anything. That did not come from God. God does not give fear. God does not give confusion. God does not give anxiety. God does not give hopelessness. God does not give panic. God does not give shame. God does not give despair. Anything carrying those qualities did not come from him. So stop treating attacks like truth. Attacks are not truth. Attacks are pressure designed to make you doubt the truth. The truth is this: you are protected. You are covered. You are defended. You are surrounded. You are guided. You are strengthened. You are never alone. The second step to overcoming invisible battles is authority. Authority comes from knowing who you belong to. You are not fighting with your strength. You are fighting with God's strength. You are not standing in your power. You are standing in God's power. You are not speaking with your voice. You are speaking with God's authority. That authority makes darkness tremble. That authority silences lies. That authority exposes deception. That authority breaks spiritual attacks. That authority pushes back every weapon aimed at you. Let me tell you something the enemy hopes you never learn. You have more spiritual authority than you realize. You are not weak in the spirit. You are mighty. You are not fragile. You are fortified. You are not lost. You are led. You are not surrounded by darkness. You are surrounded by God. Darkness only wins when you forget your authority. But today, you are remembering. The final step to overcoming invisible battles is endurance, not emotional endurance, spiritual endurance, the kind of endurance that stands firm when everything in you feels shaky, the kind of endurance that says, I will not quit, I will not back down, I will not surrender to fear, the kind of endurance that trusts God, even when the battle feels overwhelming, the kind of endurance that understands. The fight is temporary, but the reward is eternal. You are closer to victory than you think. The attack is a sign that the enemy knows. Something is about to shift. And it is. You can feel it. Something is breaking. Something is changing. Something is rising. Something is coming into alignment. You are not losing this battle. You are stepping into breakthrough. You are not falling apart. You are stepping into power. You are not being defeated. You are being strengthened. Your invisible battles are producing visible victory. Your spiritual warfare is creating spiritual growth. And soon, the battle that tried to break you will become the testimony that builds you. You are not alone in this fight. God is with you. God is for you. God is ahead of you. God is behind you. God is beside you. God is within you. You are surrounded by divine strength. Walk forward in confidence. You are overcoming the invisible battles. You are becoming who you were meant to be. I want to take you deeper now. Deeper into what spiritual warfare really means. Deeper into what you're fighting. Deeper into why the attacks feel stronger this season. Deeper into how you rise above everything trying to pull you down. You are fighting invisible battles, but you are not fighting them without purpose. Every battle has meaning. Every battle has strategy. Every battle is revealing something inside you that God wants to strengthen. Spiritual warfare is not just about protecting what you have. It's about stepping into what God is giving. The enemy doesn't fight your past. He fights your future. He fights what you're becoming. He fights where you're going. He fights what you're stepping into. He fights the version of you that carries authority. You feel the pressure because you are close to transformation. You feel the heaviness because something in you is expanding. You feel resistance because you are stepping into your next level. Let me speak to the part of you that feels confused. You're not losing control. You're outgrowing old patterns. You're not falling apart. You're shedding past versions of yourself. You're not under punishment. You're under preparation. But preparation feels like pressure. Until your spirit catches up. Let me talk about the mind. The mind is the primary battlefield. Your thoughts are targeted. Because your thoughts shape your actions. The enemy plants lies. Because he cannot remove God's truth. The enemy plants fear. Because he cannot remove God's purpose. The enemy plants doubt. Because he cannot remove your calling. You think your mindset is just how you think. No. Your mindset is a spiritual territory. Whoever influences your thoughts, influences your direction. This is why the attack on your mind is so strong. It's not because you're weak. It's because your mind is valuable. Your mind carries vision. Your mind carries creativity. Your mind carries strategy. Your mind carries faith. If the enemy can make you believe you're defeated, you will stop pushing forward. But hear me. Your mind is not the enemy's home. Your mind belongs to God. Your thoughts belong to God. Your peace belongs to God. Your clarity belongs to God. Your confidence belongs to God. You do not have to agree with every thought you feel. You do not have to accept every fear that enters. You do not have to follow every anxious whisper. You can reject thoughts just as quickly as they arrive. Say it inside yourself. This thought is not mine. This fear is not from God. I do not accept this lie. I choose truth. That is spiritual warfare. Not loud, not dramatic, but intentional. Now let me speak about your emotions. Your emotions have been swinging, not because you're unstable, but because your spirit is being stretched. Spiritual attacks often show up in emotional waves. One day you feel clear. The next day you feel lost. One moment you feel peaceful. The next moment you feel anxious. 1 hour you feel strong. The next hour you feel shaken. You think you're inconsistent. But you're not. You're being pulled between two worlds. The world God is calling you into, and the world the enemy is trying to keep you in. Your emotions don't expose your weakness. They expose the spiritual conflict happening around you. This is why you cannot base your faith on how you feel. Feelings change. Truth doesn't. Feelings shift. God doesn't. Feelings lie. God never does. Now let's talk about relationships. Spiritual warfare doesn't just attack the mind. It attacks connections. Tries to isolate you. Tries to make you withdraw. Tries to convince you no one understands. Tries to make you believe you're alone. Isolation is one of the enemy's strategies. Because isolated people are easier to discourage. But listen, you are not alone. You have never been alone. God is with you even when people fail you. God stands beside you when others walk away. God strengthens you when others don't understand your season. Sometimes people leaving your life is not spiritual attack. It is spiritual protection. Some connections drain you more than the battle itself. Some relationships weaken your discernment. Some people pull you back into old struggles. Some voices feed your fear instead of your faith. God removes what will ruin you, even when you don't understand the removal. Not every separation is loss. Sometimes separation is deliverance. Now let me speak to your spirit about fatigue. You have felt tired. Tired in your bones. Tired in your thoughts. Tired in your heart. This is not normal tired. This is spiritual exhaustion from long battles. You have been fighting without recognizing how heavy the fight has been. But hear me, the fact that you are still standing, even after everything that hit you, is proof that God has been fighting for you. If the enemy had full access, you would not be here. The fact that you are here means you are guarded. You are protected. You are covered by grace that is stronger than every attack. There is a reason the enemy couldn't break you. There is a reason he couldn't take your mind. There is a reason he couldn't destroy your peace. There is a reason he couldn't stop your progress. God has his hand on you, and what God covers, no darkness can consume. Let's talk about identity. Identity is the enemy's biggest target. If he can confuse who you are, he can confuse your direction. If he can weaken your confidence, he can weaken your calling. If he can make you question your worth, he can make you question your purpose. The enemy tries to make you forget who God says you are. He whispers, "You're weak. You're alone. You're not enough. You're behind. You're broken. You're unloved. You're unwanted. You're failing. You're losing. You're forgotten." These are not thoughts. These are attacks. You defeat them with truth. Truth like, "I am chosen. I am protected. I am strengthened. I am guided. I am covered. I am valued. I am not alone. I am growing. I am anointed. I am rising. I am becoming who God created me to be." Identity is your armor. Wear it daily. Now let me take you into another dimension of warfare. Warfare increases. When breakthrough approaches, the attack intensifies, because the enemy knows what's about to break open in your life. You feel pressure because the door is close. You feel discouragement because elevation is near. You feel distraction because clarity is rising. You feel fear because God is calling you deeper. You feel resistance because something powerful is forming. Do not misinterpret the pressure. Pressure is not defeat. Pressure is delivery. Pressure means something is about to be born. Something new. Something powerful. Something aligned. Something ordained. You are not being destroyed. You are being birthed. Let me speak to the moments you want to quit. The moments you say, "I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of praying. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of being strong." Those moments are not signs of weakness. They are signs that you have been fighting longer than most people will ever know. God hears those moments. God sees those tears. God feels that exhaustion. And he responds with strength you didn't know was coming. Every time you almost quit but didn't, heaven noticed. Every time you kept going without understanding why, heaven recorded it. Every time you chose faith over fear, heaven honored it. You have more strength than you realize. But here is the truth. Your strength alone is not what wins spiritual battles. God's strength wins them. Your job is not to fight harder. Your job is to stand stronger. Stand in truth. Stand in faith. Stand in confidence. Stand in courage. Stand in identity. Stand in prayer. When you stand, heaven fights. Now let me show you how you overcome the invisible battles. You overcome them by recognizing the battle quickly. You overcome them by rejecting lies immediately. You overcome them by speaking truth boldly. You overcome them by staying grounded in God's presence. You overcome them by refusing to walk in fear. You overcome them by not isolating yourself. You overcome them by staying spiritually alert. You overcome them by protecting your mind daily. Victory begins in awareness. Winning begins in alignment. You cannot fight spiritual battles with physical tools. You cannot fight demonic pressure with human strength. You cannot fight spiritual heaviness with worldly distraction. You fight spiritually with spiritual weapons. Weapons like truth, faith, prayer, worship, scripture, discernment, obedience, identity, courage, focus. These weapons break invisible battles. These weapons silence the enemy. These weapons clear confusion. These weapons push darkness back. These weapons strengthen your spirit. Let me tell you what the enemy fears most. He fears you waking up spiritually. He fears you learning your authority. He fears you praying with confidence. He fears you trusting God fully. He fears you refusing to quit. He fears you rising anyway. He fears you breaking free from old cycles. He fears you stepping into your calling. He fears you discovering who you really are. Because who you really are is dangerous to darkness. You are not ordinary. You are not fragile. You are not powerless. You are spiritually equipped. You are spiritually sharp. You are spiritually chosen. Now let me give you the final truth for this message. You are not losing this battle. You are not failing. You are not overwhelmed beyond help. You are not being destroyed. You are in the middle of spiritual transformation. You are growing. You are rising. You are getting stronger. You are gaining wisdom. You are learning discernment. You are developing resilience. You are becoming unshakable. This battle is not the end of you. This battle is the making of you. You will not finish this season defeated. You will finish it deeper, stronger, clearer, more grounded, more confident, more spiritually awakened. You are not the person you were before this warfare started. You have changed. You have matured. You have elevated. You have awakened. And because of that, you will win battles now that used to crush you before. You are moving into victory. You are moving into clarity. You are moving into strength. You are moving into power. You are moving into identity. You are moving into purpose. The invisible battles are producing a visible transformation. Rise now. Walk with confidence. You are not fighting alone. You are fighting with heaven beside you. Every weapon formed against you will fail. Every attack meant to break you will build you. Every dark season will produce deeper light in you. You are stepping into victory. You are overcoming the invisible battles, and your spirit will not be defeated.